Kulwokutano nga mukaga December ku Hotel Africana we wali endonge galawo omwaka the first ever Karo Nantongo live concert 2024 eno show ya Karo Nantongo esoka Karo Nantongo a Ugandan music luminary kabese tambula emitwale esatu okuyingira vivye emitwalo 10 emeza milioni 3 kusande nga munana tukiride masaka ku Maria Flow emitwale 2 ate vye emitwale 5 olunaku lumyuse kati nonya chikumba ofulume the beautiful Karo Nantongo danyini biso voice queen wa puti eno si concert mu concert kino kyafayo Karo Nantongo mukaga December Hotel Africana munana kusande Maria Flow masaka kale musareko n'obwana bu baby oliwa obwana bunyiga wano nyiga wano nawe nyiga Ekutosibako Capital FM, Good Color Solutions, Newman, ZTE Phones, Simbaland Cargo, Royal Milk Agafe, Bantu Tours and Travel, Roketi Events and Beyond. Nebi Tegeka.
Seated all through, you will forgive me, I love speaking when standing, given a chance. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Edward Sendi Kadua, but for convenience you can call me Sendi. I don't know how long I have to speak because I can go on for hours.
You have 45 minutes.
45 minutes? Okay. I will use some of the time and I would love to give you a chance to ask as many questions as you want. So I beg, please, as I speak, concentrate on forming the questions that you would want me to answer. Professionally, I am a computer scientist. I went through several schools in Uganda, and I last went to school in England, where I did a high diploma in computer science. But I have preferred the path of entertainment, marketing, and communication in this regard to what I studied. But still in what I do as an occupation, yes, my computer knowledge comes in. My 8 to 5 job, I ran a media agency called West Records. West Records started off as a recording studio, which we started with 2 partners of mine in 2008, and we were producing radio adverts. Most record labels or most record companies go into producing musicians. Unfortunately, we realized at the start that music studios don't make money because the established musicians have their own producers that they go to, and I don't like using the word upcoming. The challenge in Uganda through experience is that most of our musicians don't have allegiance to certain producers. All they do is they always chase the next producer who has produced a hit song. So chances are very high, and I know as a matter of fact that we have so many dormant recording studios in Uganda. So when we started West Records with my partners, we decided to keep it at producing radio adverts. But we scaled the business to producing television commercials. Then we went into media management, we went into media booking and doing translations. And as I speak today, we do what we call 360 degrees of media. So anything you want to do or anything that has got to do with media or marketing or communication, West Records does. Then on the side, I run a company with my wife which is called Sendi Events. It is an event management company, and we do decoration as well. As I will speak to you later on, I urge everybody that I meet, especially when you still have the energy, you should not at any one time in your life, unless you are still studying, rely on 2 jobs or rely on 2 sources of income. You should at all times rely on more than 2. Look at yourself like a table. If a table has 4 legs, if one is broken, you just push it close to the wall and it can stand on the 3. And if 2 are broken, you can still keep it onto the wall and it will stay standing with 2 legs. But just imagine if this table is a 1-leg table. Okay, you know the cocktail stools we normally have at functions? If it is broken, definitely it will go out of use. Or if it has only 2, if one is broken, definitely it will go out of use. Now, I want you to use the same theory in life. So, I work with an app that the president of Royal University talked about dealing in apps. I do business development for an application called Song Boost. What Song Boost does, it monitors radio and TV airplay, whether it is adverts or it is music. It's been around for some 3 years, developed by a Ugandan who came to me and brought me on board to do business development. Then as well, I work with another app called Ride Now. Ride Now is very new. We rolled out on Monday. I think it was the 25th. Ride Now is a transport logistics solution. If you need a border, if you need a tuk-tuk, if you need a car, if you need a canter, if you need a bus, you can order for it online to come where you are. We have just started out, so you might want to go home and yes, you might say, let me use Ride Now. We are just rolling out, but that's my baby in terms of the business venture that I'm involved with. Sometime in about 14 years ago, I was invited to work with Dembe FM, and I was there for 13 years. That's where I met my colleague, Batu Senoga. That's where I met Isaac Katende, commonly known as Kasuku. And that's where I reunited with another friend of mine that I knew before through music, called Jenkins Mukasa. And the 4 of us, when we were grappling with the lockdown, we opened a YouTube channel called Kasuku Live. So I am involved with that as well. I know some people come off and say, when you do many things, people with the negative energy will say you're a jack of all trades. But I'll give you very simple examples. We have people like, he's a man of many titles. He's a professor, he's an His Excellency, he's a Sir Gordon Wavamuno. He owns Spear Motors, he owns Wava Water, he owns any other business you know owned by Mr. Wavamuno. He has shares in Radio Simba, okay? Just to mention but a few. But he's involved in about 7 different business entities and is running them successfully. When you look at people like Sudhir Pareria, he's involved in insurance, in radio, in real estate, in hospitality, in finance, in employment. I don't know if you know that he has an employment bureau for both local and export. So that notion of when you do many things, someone saying you are a jack of all trades is actually false. Now, I don't want to talk so much about myself because realistically, there will only ever be one Reagan Semwanga. You can never be him, and he can never be you. So what I'm going to talk about generally are some very little basic things which are very, very important in life, and they help in opening doors, in taking you places, in staying ahead of the pack. One, we don't give, as Africans and Ugandans in particular, our communication skills are very poor. Now, for you to stand out, you should realize if you have very good communication skills, somebody will even have the audacity to say, "Where is Achizungu?" Meaning, it is not normal within us, the Africans and the Ugandans, to have good communication skills. Communication skills, sikwe kubuza. A lot of people, when you talk about communication skills, what they think is that you should go greeting people, "Hello, how are you, sir?" No, that's not communication skills. Communication skills, for instance, how do you answer your phone? Most especially when you don't know the number. Because the number you know, you definitely know whether it's your friend, whether it's your young sister, whether it's your dad, whether it's your boyfriend, whether it's your girlfriend, whether it's your mate, you know. But how do you answer your phone, especially for a number you don't know? It shows a lot in your character, how you speak on phone, how you answer your phone. When you walk into a room, how do you communicate with people in a room? When you walk into the lift, you find in somebody, how do you communicate with that person? You might not necessarily go into a rade, mamu, nyoge, mirembe. No. But you found somebody in the lift. A little, "Hello, good afternoon," is enough. And if you are getting out from the same level of the lift, a small thing, a small sign, like saying, "After you." How many of you can attest that whenever you are in a lift, you let the person go first? Or the moment it stops, you push the people in front of you and jump out like a bullet? Does what I say make sense? They are very, very, very trivial. They are very small things that make you or kill you. Please, after you, ma'am. No, it's all right. You go first. It means a lot about you. So, whatever you do, wherever you go, with whichever people you are with, please think about your communication skills. Okay? I'm not going to go on and on and on and on and on one topic. Otherwise, we will not talk about anything else. Now, we have things like etiquette. Etiquette, personal hygiene. These are very, very important things in life. Appearance, those three, I'll take them on at once. Etiquette, personal hygiene, appearance. You are looking for a job, or you have your own business. You are looking for business. How do you appear in front of a client? How clean is your shoe, your pair of shoes? How clean is your shirt? How good have you tucked in? A lot of us have a problem. You will always think when someone says, please dress properly, they mean you should put on a brand new shirt, or you should put on a brand new pair of slacks or trousers. No. I know, as a matter of fact, you could have that one shirt or those two shirts, but you make sure that at all times they have all the buttons. 2, whenever you put it on, you make sure it is ironed. And you make sure there is no visible hole on that shirt you are putting on. It might look minor, but a lot of people, especially among the youth, you go to meet somebody and the boxer shorts you are putting on, half are visible, and you are very comfortable with it. And you are putting on this t-shirt, it's not only dirty, but it is even ill-fitting. Trust me, if you go to a serious person, it will take you a lot of convincing that you are a serious person. I hate using boda boda. And don't get offended, because I know so many of us use them. I use boda boda, but I hate using boda boda. But let me tell you, and I beg you to take this very, very seriously. If a boda boda person is not clean, meaning he doesn't care about his life, if he doesn't have a helmet, or he has a broken old helmet, he's putting on sandals. Because professionally, for your information, professionally, you should ride with shoes. A sandal can easily slip, and it can cause an accident. As it's trying to break, the sandal could slip. But shoes can't. So if he doesn't care about his life, how sure am I that he will care about my life? What do I mean here? I always and I only, if I am pressed to use a boda boda, I vet. Even before speaking, I make sure he has a helmet, he's putting on shoes, is visibly clean. Then I know this one cares about his life, so I can entrust him with my life. Are we together? Yes. I told you I'm not going to I don't speak like a motivational speaker, and I don't like motivational speakers. I speak about very small, little things that when you analyze, you pick something out of them. I told you, we talked about communication skills, and I said personal hygiene, etiquette, okay? We are going to have those together. Now, as you go around in life, one of the most challenging issues is called trustworthiness. You see, as you are here, about 15 of you, if it is an issue to do with money, there is that one person everybody will vouch for and say, President Nasuna should keep the money. Not because she's the president, but because she's trustworthy. You understand? This is not only to the youth, even old, grown-up people, so many are not trustworthy. But now this is very, very important to you to establish yourself, okay? For you to get business, for you to stand out at your place of work, for you to stand out within your friends, even at school, you have to be a trustworthy person. Certain things we get to learn as we grow old. So many times you get referrals, you get recommendations, you get introductions from your schoolmates. Now, if you weren't trustworthy at school, when you grow up, your schoolmate can't recommend you anywhere. And it is not a mistake, it is not bad luck. Most times it is our own poor behavior that causes some of us to have so many schoolmates who are doing very well, and it's only you who is doing very bad. But you know why? Because your schoolmates remember you during the days of school, so they can't risk and they can't give you the second chance or the benefit of doubt, thinking maybe he's now a clean guy. They remember the troubles you took them through, the 6 or 4 or 3 years you spent together in high school. It ends up with you. Are we together?
Yes.
So try and make sure that you remove mazima. Any good deed you will always do in life will come back to pay you, and it will pay you handsomely. However long it will take, trust me, it will pay you handsomely. So, as you grapple with life, as you plan what to do, as you think about where to go, as you face. Okay. I hope you are, I told you while I was starting to talk to you that I would like to get as many questions as possible. Okay? And I hope you are formulating your questions as you listen to me. Now, I preach a very weird situation, and that is called self-employment. Because, yes, it is very challenging, and as a matter of fact, there will never be anything good that's not challenging. But there is nothing as good as self-employment. The only way I am able to have an 8 to 5, but on top of the 8 to 5, I add on other side jobs, is because I am my own boss. And because of I own my company, which is my 8 to 5. Now, when someone else picks an interest in working with me, the first discussion we have is that, yes, you want me to work with you, whatever you want me to do for you, I have to maintain my company and my business. It gives me an edge to bargain. There is that talk of Fabana abato akati obwero kya self-employed. No, you can. I didn't fall from heaven to become self-employed. You as well can. If others can, we can. Now, as you grapple with life, as you grapple with career, as you grapple with employment, as you grapple with jobs, source of income, whatever you might call it, try to always think, what's your passion? Oyagala ki nga ggwe? Ki ekikunyumira? Try as much as possible wezuule. If you clearly identify what you want as a passion, there is nothing as good as transforming your passion into your source of income. Most of what I do, I started off with it as a passion. So I enjoy what I do. I enjoy organizing events. I hate parties and organized weddings and stuff. You invite me for a wedding, I have to sit there, go through the boring speeches, laugh at dry jokes, line up for food, start haggling with the waitresses to serve me the beer I want, and I want a cold one and they have a warm one. I hate that. But tell me to organize the wedding, I will love it. I might not even eat. It's what I want. Tell me to talk about entertainment. What I didn't tell you earlier, I come from an artistic family, but I want to shine in my own right, so I never refer to my family members who are bigger than me in art. I'll give you a small story. I would have been a very good actor because in one of the many secondary schools I went to, and that is Katikamulite College, I wrote a play and I acted in the National Theatre. Today is no longer a big thing, but in the early 80s when I was in secondary school, it was a big privilege to stand on that stage of the National Theatre. So I had my play there. But one reason why I didn't continue with drama is because one of my brothers is very big in drama, and I hated the fact that people said, "Oh, umwana azanyanga mukuru we." Now all the shine would go to him and not to me, and I said no. I left that. So what am I saying that for? Is that My line and interest and business in entertainment, I went in because of the passion. But today, I'm making money. I don't want to deny. I'm making money off my passion of music, dance, and drama. So, as you grapple with what to do, try to figure out passion yo erimuki. Era bw'ogizuula fuba nnyo olabe nti ekyo osobola okifuula mu business. Somebody talked about designing. Some lady, young lady who was seated at the back. She said she's a designer or something. Is she still here?
Yes.
I love hearing such people, because that one can easily become a very big person. Very few people go into art, that sector of art. Forget the ones who go into music, because we interview, and technology has done more harm than good in music. Everybody here in this room can sing today because of technology. So follow your passion, okay? Now, my last bit I want to talk to you about is, there are two things: money and drug abuse. I told you about being faithful, being truthful. I want you to learn one thing and keep it at the back of your mind. Always, it's not all about money. The reason I woke up this morning to leave home and go to work is because I need money. But it's not all about money. And it is good. I know more about Rotary, but I am sure Rotaract is same and one as Rotary. So, nze nkiyita Ubuntu. Try as much as you can to help. But we have a problem lately. In our society, people think helping is giving money. No. Even giving somebody a seat doesn't cost a penny. Somebody has dropped a paper. It might look like rubbish to you, but it might have a very important phone contact there. And you take the effort and stop the person and say, excuse me, you dropped your paper, you might need it. Very simple, very small. Help, help, help. But as you help, never, ever expect anything in return. And bw'oyambanga omuntu n'atakuyamba in time of need, tomunyiigiranga. Just keep your head high and move on. 4, avoid helping in camera. I hate it when I see an artist going to help a poor woman or a school or something with a flurry of cameras and YouTubers and media and all together. And content creators. Some people spend 5 million on media when he's donating 1 million. unless you need to account to the Rotaract Club of Kibuli that you collected among yourselves 1 million shillings, you are going to donate it to my village is in near Nakauka in Wachiso district. You are going to donate to some village school in Kasamu, Church of Uganda. And you are going alone, so you need to account to the members. And you say, I'll have to go with Vibe Life UG, a YouTube channel, to capture the moment. And then the members can be able to see that actually they collected 1 million and 1 million has been handed over. That is understandable. But short of that, because you gave your neighbor a pair of shoes and you let the whole Chikomera know about the pair of shoes that you gave the guy, no, that's not good. Now, as young people, my last issue to talk to you about is drug abuse. There is a very big problem, though it is rarely talked about, and that is drug abuse. A lot of people, a lot of families are grappling with friends, relatives, wives, husbands, children, cousins fighting drug abuse. Unfortunately, years back, I mean 20, 30, 40 years ago, when someone talked about hard substance, it used to be weed or marijuana, enjaga. It would smell. If someone was having a spliff, just out here, everybody here would tell. And if that person walked in, everyone would know. Today, there are so many types of drugs that actually don't smell. Please and please, a lot of you here, when I look at you, you are at the age which I will crudely say the sampling age. You are still trying. You are still testing. You want, when you go to a party, you want to drink every beer which is there. A lot of you here are in that age. And I'm sure most of you, if I ask, what do you drink? A lot of you will not say water. Those who are bold enough will say what they drink. But if I say it is not there, you might not be like me who will say, no, if you don't have this, I'm not taking. You will say, what do they have? Yeah, let me try that. Or most of the ladies here, if you go on a date, you will try the most stylish bottle you see in the shelf. What does that mean? You are still at that age of trying anything that comes to you. Please don't try drugs. Don't get tempted. Don't get tempted. Don't fall under peer pressure whatsoever. It is a big problem, and some, according to the doctors, when you start, you can't stop. Rehab cannot get you off certain drugs. Because I know you are a vulnerable group, I don't even want to mention names, lest I give you the urge to want to go and try out. He talked of A. What is in A? He talked of B. That's why I'm referring to generally using one. I'm deliberately using one word, drugs. Please don't try drugs, whatever the case. A lot of people, it has killed people's careers, it has killed families, it has brought so many problems to people. Thank you very much. I would like to, maybe before you clap, I love answering questions. Ask me anything, whether I've talked about it or I've not talked about it, whether it is personal or it's not personal, I'll answer you. I'll be glad to hear from you.
I believe we can clap better than that. He deserves a very big clap. Thank you so much, Mr. Sendi. Personally, I have learned a lot, but I would like our audience to ask questions. I will not limit them. Also, when you talked about drugs, it's true. So many people, we have lost so many friends to drugs. And I believe, as you said, it's a testing age. But personally, I don't test. I want a sober person. Guys, let's be honest.